We had no out expenditures, and I had a deposit of a whole $16. That's a prorate from Randy, KE0DXD, joining the club. So we're now at $1443.27.
Motion to approve. Second?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Great. Whole business, like I said. What happened with the Red Cross?
How about committee reports?
That comes up next.
Oh, okay.
What happened with the Red Cross?
I talked with the Kira. I can't remember her title. Do you remember Kira's title? Yeah.
Kira.
Kira. I talked to Kira and the regional director of the Red Cross a couple weeks ago at the emergency management meeting. And when I said I heard a rumor that you were thinking about selling the meeting, they laughed at me. Told me that there was absolutely no possibility, unless something came somewhere from National, that they were selling that building. The Red Cross owns that building free and clear. They are able to use that building and all of its facilities for the overhead. They don't, so it's not a liability to the Red Cross. Also, as an aside, Kira expressed interest in getting her ham radio license.
Oh, darn. There you go.
So
I signed her up.
okay.
Yeah, all right.
I think I have the information.
That's the story on the Red Cross.
All right, thank you. So we know what that is. I kind of knew ahead of that. 27 is backup, right?
Yep. Robert and I took it back out probably a week ago.
Tower is
Sunday
still
morning.
$2 grand to get someone up and. Trailer, when was that? Prince Antonio got that.
What are we doing?
We had to tentatively schedule a work session for the trailers to happen today, right after the meeting. It doesn't look like it's really conducive to working, so I would suggest that we postpone it for a week. It has to be 2 weeks, because next weekend, I'm sure there's a lot
Memorial
of people.
Day. Yeah, have fun.
What kind of work did they do to it? What is it?
We're going to take all the stuff out of the trailer, clean it, see what's broke, and see if we can figure out ways to store it properly.
No roof repairs or anything like that?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
The stuff was thrown in it after field day last year, it was parked, nobody's touched it since.
Well, Europe, the tear down, I mean, everything went every which direction.
It was raining.
Yeah,
Well, that's it.
it was
Muddy mess.
muddy mess, so I imagine, I wasn't there, but I imagine the trailer's kind of a muddy mess.
I
But
agree there.
I don't think it's conducive to try and clean the trailer today, because it's sitting in a mud hole anyway.
Where is it located?
It is, the trailers are stored at the water treatment plant.
Oh, okay.
And as an aside note on that, I will talk to the current water treatment plant superintendent. I have no problem, but I will make it official that we can still park there. The previous one was resigned last winter. So that's the status of the trailer.
Thank you, Rich. Up to new stuff, right? Anybody else? All right, technical, Robert.
Work already?
Just now.
Yep, your turn.
Okay, my turn. The 27 backup is working fairly well. Kirk had taken his service monitor down to the Red Cross when we had it in town here to check the receiver on it, and it was receiver on it is in excellent shape. So if anybody has a problem getting into it, it's still the problem with our dummy load antenna that we have on that tower. It's a very poor antenna. I don't think you could get much poorer. A coat hanger would be better, probably. And that's that with that thing. Going to have Nels reprogram the radio for the 2.7 frequencies when we take it back up there to Kenmare, so that
Our link
they
radio.
can get it to Minot here. We can get out west again, and they can have Superlink capabilities also. And then these radios, these two new Yaesu radio repeaters that we got. It was the intention and idea to upgrade our radios. Well, it hasn't worked out that well. They haven't worked out very well at all. We were very poor front ends on them. Dan and I, the 9.7 site here, we tried putting an amplifier. We've tried a number of amplifiers and different configurations, and it's a lousy system. It just doesn't work. So it's just the bare radios that we're giving right now. We haven't made any kind of advances. Actually, we made probably a couple steps backwards with these radios, because on the 2.7 site, the link communications controller that we have that would to be used with it was impossible to interface with it, because the internal controller of the radio, which cannot be turned off, interferes with ours and it won't work. So having one of those radios out there to 2.7 site, you guys will lose your super link capabilities because it won't fit onto it. And it's my general opinion that like I said, these radios are a couple of steps backwards. Sure, they're brand new radios, and if everybody had digital radio, it'd be the ultimate weapon. You would have a greater range with digital, but nobody's got $600 or $800 radios. Not everybody's going to rush out. It's probably going to always be an analog area for transmitting. So it's my general thought and consensus that you should talk to Yaesu, see if we can just box them up and send them back. There's not much time left for us to probably do that, so it would have to be your guys' opinion about what do you want to keep these radios? Fine, but brought any advantages? No, they haven't. In fact, like I say, can't put an amplifier because the front end of these radios are lousy. And I've looked at internet with other people who have said the same thing. A lot to be desired. So that's it from Lake Wobegon.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah. Any ideas, suggestions, whatever?
I don't think it said anything in the application about any possible refunds, but
I mean, not cheap enough then.
Well, you'd have to talk to them.
Can we turn one of them into a mobile repeater?
You don't suppose they'll come up with something means everybody's complaining. You don't suppose they'll come up with something means everybody's complaining about them.
Everybody's complaining about it?
The issue will come up with something? You think they'll come up with a fix? Fix for it? That's what I thought you said.
And of course, I've talked to their their technicians there. There's a couple of issues. The issue one was that changing the hang time for the transmitter so that link radio would work with it. And they say, no, can't be done.
Any chance of trading?
They're actually
for a different style?
Our old radios are more versatile for doing things to them than these radios. These radios are pretty well straight and narrow, and that's what you got is what you're going to get and what you're going to do.
You know, some of these states got these setting up digital. Maybe we could trade with them for some of their older equipment that is.
This is ham equipment, ham equipment only.
Yeah.
This is ham equipment.
That's what I'm talking about. There's a few states that are going digital on their ham radio for emergency systems, you know, emergency backup in there. Maybe they have some good analog type repeaters in that they want to swap out to digital.
No, they were trying to
I
find.
can't hear what you're saying.
he was saying that maybe some of these other states that are switching from analog to digital might
Oh.
have some good used equipment out there.
Government? Sales?
Government or?
I'm sure.
No,
No.
it's clubs, radio clubs.
So
You
I
read
would-
them in, they have some articles every once in a while in
Yeah.
QST where they're going to digitals.
So a guy'd have to try
There's one
and
that's.
get a hold of somebody.
get
Hope they want.
with their club and say, hey, we got this good digital system.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Or
but
a
Randy
digital
is-
system, we want
Trade
the older
our
analog that we
radios?
can work with.
Wouldn't work, because these radios are designed for 2-meter band, they won't work in any high band. They don't program, they don't.
No, he's saying other clubs.
John, go ahead.
Well, I think-
it's just a crazy thought.
Start over.
Since they're working so well for us, could we turn one of them into a mobile repeater for an emergency application in a spot? Since it doesn't want to play well with anybody else, could we use it like we're going somewhere to set up? And we got this, obviously we gotta have cavities or separated antennas, but could we turn one of them into a mobile repeater?
You get that, Robert?
Put it in the trailer and make a mobile repeater out of one of them. So that during an emergency, we set the trailer up, we got a repeater there at the trailer.
We don't have any, well, we did have that one allocated frequency for UHF. We lost that one little mobile repeater that we had. That was kind of a mobile UHF radio. We have that frequency, but we don't have any other VHF allocated frequencies.
We know the
For use as a
frequency
mobile.
coordinator.
Yeah, we know the coordinator.
We know the frequency coordinator,
Oh,
Joe.
okay.
And,
I don't think an allocated frequency is a problem.
you keep getting good at that.
Well, we
Slam it down.
we could.
Use them that way.
If you want to get the UHF, you'd have to find another set of little cavities for it, because we don't have any cavities for it.
Would a guy wanted to go UHF or VHF repeater?
I call these hands.
Probably,
How-
you know,
how
mo-
much separate-
Most people probably just have VHF as a mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of everybody has handhelds, but mobiles, if there's gonna be any mobile type communications,
VHF.
everybody's probably pretty much VHF. So a guy would wanna set it up as a VHF repeater, just guessing.
Again, need cavities.
We have cavities.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'll
for
bring that up.
Textron?
Yeah, I'll bring that up.
Okay, check on returning.
Somebody complained to me, so very strongly, it's pretty sincere. Did you buy them for the wrong application?
That's not what they said.
I don't know, did we actually have our only application was to upgrade,
Right.
thinking we were gonna move ahead, but
And it wasn't.
We didn't know.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
so what's everybody think?
Yeah.
Usually it works crap.
I need
They're not
something
working.
to go on. I just know that from.
I'm gonna hide.
You know, nobody's been in that building to work on that repeater for years and years and years. And Robert and I have been in there, what, 8 times?
Did we make any headway?
I think we should check with the ACE and see if they'll take them back.
Definitely. Might get lucky.
You know,
Then you'd have the money to climb the tower and replace the dummy load.
Yeah.
That's
What's your idea?
Well, we've been pretty lucky. Every time that we've had to have something done, like up at Kenmare or at the tower of town here or on South Prairie, they've done stuff. The tower crews have done stuff for us. Have they ever sent us a bill?
No.
It was kind of a, here, have a good one. So, we've never gotten a bill from any tower company, tower crews that have done stuff for us yet.
The tower crew on the Fargo field, all state. That's it.
Okay, let's continue on.
I think we should contact these.
You need that as a motion, I'll make it as a motion.
Second. Second.
So before advertising for them to have two radios.
First and a second, go ahead and continue with try and contact K2. All in favor?
Hey.
Those opposed?
Contact the issue, see if they'll take it back.
All right, technical, anything else?
Yes, I've got something.
Go ahead.
Kurt's got something. Robert's got
Can
something.
I say one more thing
Yep.
here? How does everybody feel about having a heart attack if I put the old 9/7 machine back in line and everybody have to dig out their books to reprogram the phone?
Sure.
For coffee.
You were supposed to wait until the meeting was over and just do that.
Let's just leave it the way it is until we get a word back from Yesu.
Yes.
That'll make a better decision there.
Who's gonna contact these or then? Who handled the thing?
Well, I suppose I will.
Who I was thinking of this.
My email address and
Be as
Yeah.
forthright as you can about it.
They might say we're all like bottom.
Well, I got a gut feeling that that's what they're gonna say.
What are they gonna
You
say?
got it?
We're out of luck.
No, you're out of luck.
This was a one-time good deal and
It's-
you bid.
I think they'll say, well, if you have like expand and you
Yes,
get
sir.
something in that, David,
Yep, got the second half.
and see why, did you guys open up the radios and see what it?
No. Randy, go ahead.
Yeah, there's something that's real interesting and thrown in their face real quick like, it's called product liability, which is a big thing and it scares the hell out of most companies when you say that. If the equipment is not working up to standards that they sold it as,
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
but it's not, but it can't interface with the other items.
They never promised it.
No, it's a
Yeah.
cheap
But you
repeater.
still say it, it's good. Maybe they don't, well, obviously they're selling you crappy stuff, maybe they're stupid.
Yeah, and they want you to buy new stuff, go with it.
Try it.
Just tell them it's not good, their image isn't good.
Okay.
Should we warn the other clubs not to buy
New
them?
radios.
Maybe we can sell them to the other club.
The only thing is, we got Wilson.
Really good deal, man.
All right, next on technical, anything?
Well, I got did you do yours?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Also, when I was talking to at the last emergency meeting that I was at, I asked Amanda if she could spring a couple of $1,000s to get our antenna replaced. And she said, no, she doesn't have that kind of discretionary budget, but if we want to take it to the county commission, we could.
Okay, so what kind of meeting is that?
General meeting of the county commission.
Precious there.
I don't think I am.
I've been there once doing that.
How'd you feel afterwards? Did you use a cigarette?
Blindfold.
Why, but I mean, can't she go to the commission for us?
She won't.
Have you ever had to testify before them and request stuff? I have. It's not the most pleasant experience.
Like I said, you might be able to come up with a couple of $100 for us, but not a couple of thousand.
Make it 5, we'll call it, we'll shut up.
Aren't we gonna see if we could piggyback when they come in to do that? Yeah.
That's the current plan.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Okay, I'm done.
Well, anyway, my business,
Yeah.
well, this is a new business,
Yeah, what's going on?
kind of technical. In order for us to tune up cavities, when and if we do have a set of cavities that we got from Ford County, but we need to retune them. And Robert was given from Bill Mahol, KE0WA, a spectrum analyzer, but the scope is not working. We got the plug-in modules, but the mainframe scope, the power supply section's got problems. So I'm putting out a bid to, or a plea to spend maybe a couple $100 there's a mainframe Tektronix scope on eBay that's coming due tomorrow, that works. Right now the bid's at $60 and $30-some shipping. We have the modules, the spectrum analyzer modules, but not the mainframe. So then we could do any tuning of any cavities or look at any signal at any time. Now Dan has access to a spectrum analyzer at his,
Our wireless techs do, but
at whenever they can. So this would be our own spectrum analyzer that we can use anytime or whenever we need or want it. So, and we do need it to tune cavities. Otherwise, we got to send out to have cavities tuned.
yeah, basically the one I have access to, they won't just loan it out to me, one of our techs, they'll require one of our techs to run it. So we can probably do it a couple times a year for a couple hours, but anything beyond that will probably get turned down.
How frequently do we need a spectrum analyzer?
Once every 5
What's that?
years.
How frequently do we need a spectrum analyzer?
Anytime we have a little bit of trouble, we've got 3 sets of VHF cavities and 2 sets of UHF cavities. And Dan's machine, I don't know exactly how good it is, but I know how good this machine is. It's top of the line, you can't get anything better, I believe, until you go digital. And then I've used the digital machines, the gate time for response time, looking at these signals on one that's got a digital gate system on it, it sucks. I don't like it. This is analog, and it's very easy to use, much easier to work with.
It's a piece of equipment that we don't use a lot, but when we do need it and when we need
It's
it,
there.
we got it.
It's kind of like that basin wrench that you got in the bottom of your toolbox that you use,
Exactly.
and when you need it, there's nothing else that's going to work.
That's right.
I've seen these systems complete with that frame and that spectrum analyzer module go for nearly $1,000. So $60, we're doing pretty good.
Well, it's at 60 now, but
It's going up.
it's gonna, so far, just one bid. So, go up to a couple $100.
There was 2 of them. This guy's got 2 of them I seen on there.
Yeah.
One, they show a scope, it's dark, doesn't have it turned on. The other one they show, that he has, shows that green is lit up. and-
That's the one that for
and-
$60 right now.
And the resolution and the focus on it looks real clean yet, so
This
it's very bright.
Tektronix.
That's
Said,
under-
we got the modules. Bill gave us everything. We got all the service manuals, the books for this particular item, so.
I would like to make a motion that we authorize up to $200 for purchase.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? So passed.
Where are we gonna store it?
Your house.
Not at my house.
You'd never find it at his house.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
I got room in my house, don't I? Anything else technical?
Yeah, did you check out that frequency?
That
Interference.
That interference thing that we picked up,
Yeah,
did you look at it at all, or
a little bit.
what do you got to report on it? We need batteries? Is it the same as yours?
It's all
Oh, yeah,
solid
it's
state.
identical.
Oh,
I haven't played with it or tested it. I just got it sitting on the shelf down there at the Red Cross right now.
It's all solid state, it don't have any tubes as far as I know. It was
Does it work, or?
one of the
I don't know.
last
I haven't
ones.
tried it.
He hasn't tried it yet.
Yeah.
We just picked it up, what, last Saturday? or-
Yeah, I just thought maybe,
There's maybe one thing else I got a question about. Over, is it alright, can I talk about it? Okay. Out over there at the house, in the early morning times when I've been playing around, our UHF machine, 444-800, does anybody receive any garbage? I'm receiving some garbage exactly on that frequency. I go 5 kilohertz in either direction and it's gone. The output frequency, 444-800. Over at my house, I'm receiving it pretty, it sounds, almost sounds like an open key practically. Does anybody else notice it? During the day, it disappears. It's in the early morning hours I see it. I don't know if anybody's seen it or noticed it, or is it just my location or what, but it's just kind of odd to me that it's exactly on that frequency.
Anybody notice? Yeah, I'm hanging on that early morning.
Okay.
on that one.
at my house then.
Nobody else is out of bed then.
Yeah.
Morning hours.
I'm out without this.
Except for Nels.
Okay, anything else technical?
Does that repeater require crystals, or can it be retuned for frequency?
What repeater?
The UHF?
440, 400, that's crystal, isn't it?
Crystal?
Yeah.
No, that's
No.
program machine.
Program, the 800 is?
Oh, that's
Okay.
one of them big motors.
It's a Motorola LRS 2000 frame.
Oh,
One that we got
that's
from
what we
the
got from
Bismarck
Bismarck.
Club. They programmed it and tuned it up for us. It's been working pretty good.
Nice machine.
I had to replace the controller. It happened to the controller one time. And we had some other machines, and I just swapped it out. It was okay to go with that.
Spare parts, and we lost all the rest of the spare parts too.
Still spare parts.
Next question?
How would the new machine work as a UHF repeater?
Yep,
Yeah.
we can go UHF or VHF with the Yaesu repeater.
Well, I mean, if we're stuck with them and we can't unload them or we don't use them, would it be if the UHF decides it's probably gonna last for 100 years or not? If it dies, could we just make it a UHF repeater by retuning it?
Yes.
Yep,
Yep.
just punch in the frequencies, all you gotta do. It's all part of the programming. It's all manual right on the front. No computer, laptop, or nothing, just punch her up and plug it in.
Anything else technical? Okay, Eris, races.
Not,
Your turn.
not much,
Nothing new?
nothing new.
Okay, any other new business?
Oh, let me back up a step on technical. When we swapped the antennas, did that seem to solve all the issues at the bell tower?
Well, we swapped all that.
Well, basically, just taking the amplifier out of line solved all the problems.
Okay.
Yeah. But Robert did switch the 440, the UHF and the VHF antennas around. And actually, the 9.7 is probably getting out a little bit further than it has in the past, with it being at the top of the tower now.
Okay. And we don't know about the wind thing, whether that really existed?
I haven't heard of it or
Okay.
anything so far.
All right, good.
Anything else on new business? One more time, anything else new business? Need a motion to close?
Now, how about we talk about field day?
There's a good idea.
Okay. Field day, go ahead.
Or is that going to die due to lack of interest?
No, I'm good.
Unless whenever it gets clean.
I went to the park department, we've got the site,
Yeah.
that's all taken care of.
28th of June.
Kirk is gonna take care of the porta potty.
And I haven't gotten an email from our club insurance yet. Usually they send about the middle of
About this
May.
time.
Yeah. To,
We had a little committee meeting here a couple weeks ago, Dan and I think a couple other people joined in. And we decided we're going to go with a one transmitter station. We're going to put the antennas, hang the center of the dive poles off of the portable tower and come up with some end supports of random tower sections or whatever. Have John out there with it tied to the top of his head or something. And you got anything else to add, Dan, what we talked about, or?
Nope, if I can take care of the mowing, a couple days before, get the site mowed down clean, and